Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on this Dodge truck because it needs a starter. Here's a starter, and the only problem I might have is these are really heavy. And the starter went bad on this, probably because we banged on it a lot with a hammer just to get it to work. I'm sure the starters on these are on the driver's side. So, oh, there it is. It doesn't look too hard to take apart. All the bolts out but one, and the start to come loose. There we go. I just gotta get the last bolt out. I'll probably set you up on something for me to get it out. Gotta get this starter out of here. This behemoth. It's still hooked up to the battery cables, but I did get the starter out.
Did you tell them how much I paid for this starter?
No.
Freaking $350.
Dang.
It's worth more than the truck. Polly with the stick in 59 takes a specific starter. It's like 59 and 60 only. I'm gonna have you throw a carb kit on this thing too. It's leaking gas bad.
You got the starter out. I think it's all unbolted. Ow! Oh, hit my hand. Ow. Shoot, that hurt. Well, I got that out. Here's the old one. There's the new one. They look about the same, I think. You can see, here, I think it's on the other side. All these little scratches, that's from us generations hitting on this thing with a hammer. Just banging on it. And on the solenoid, here, just everywhere. Like that little indent there. That's probably why it stopped working over 70 years, is from just generations of people beating on it. There's a rat or a mouse or something that's been living. That's rat nest in there. Looks like something's been living inside the flywheel, like where the flywheel goes. So that's good. Probably have to clear all that out with gloves or something. But then we'll slap the starter back on. Okay, hope you guys don't fall off, but I'm gonna try and get a bolt in here. Oh god, man, this is heavy. There we go. Alright, hang on. As you can see, that has 3 holes there. And the starter has only 2. So, and if I put it in the correct position where the old one was in, the holes just don't line up. So, it's either this was the wrong one, or my dad probably just ordered the wrong one on accident. It does not fit, obviously, but I have learned something. I should always look very closely. That bolt there has threads. This one doesn't. And all of these don't have threads. It's definitely wrong. I'm waiting for my dad to come out and check it out. And I guess we're gonna have to get a new one, I think.
Yeah, they're definitely different. That's for sure. Because it's a Dodge, you know, it's got to be different. Every single year is different. What if we just took that motor, this Bendix, and just swapped it onto this? Just take all the new guts and put them on the old nose cone here. I mean,
worth a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Could you pull it off?
Yeah.
I'll
try.
Don't lose anything. There's some little pieces in there.
Yep.
You're gonna want to
piece of cardboard.
Tear that box up, make it flat.
Yeah. All right. The reveal. Dang, what's been living in here? Ugh. Okay, alright, that's not that bad. Ah, there we go. Okay. Okay. It looks like it was just stuck, because I just gave it a little yank and it came through, so I need to replace all the stuff inside of there and just slap it on here. So to get this thing out, we have to get this prong out. And there's this little punch And I'm gonna get some penetrating lube, some wire brush. That looks like it'll work, and maybe a little screwdriver, and punch it out through that side. And hopefully I can get this out and then pull that one apart, stick this from that one in here, slap it all back together. We should be golden.
Is that far enough? Yeah, you don't even go drive it all the way out.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go.
This is the only thing we need.
Yep, and then we just take stuff out of there and put it in there.
Yeah, just rinse and repeat.
We're moving the stuff over here. It's going pretty good. So I'm trying to put this in here, but I have ran into a problem. If you look down in those copper sprongs there, they need to stay out when I put this in here, and I can't get it to stay out, which is a problem. So I think I might just try and shove it in there.
He took it back apart and realized that you can't just shove it in there.
And the old cone here, and everything else is new. I'm gonna hook, oh, no, it just fell apart. Well, anyways, I gotta hook this on here with this thing. We got it all assembled together, and we're gonna see if it'll work with some jumper cables.
Something, right? Woo! Well, it works, but I'm moving this. It works.
Yeah. Huh. That's weird.
Very. It's not kicking itself out. You know, that was a $300 and some odd starter, and the guts of that solenoid were bad. We used the ones from the old one. Oops. Now it works fine. Excellent.
Let's stick it in there. Right now I'm just trying to get all the wires hooked up. So the wires are good. Now I just need to bolt her down, and we should be ready to try and start it. Should be ready to crank. Don't smell anything. I'm just gonna give it a shot. Oh wait, I need a screwdriver. The neutral. Press clutch in just cause. Shoot. Still a bit sticky. I bet that stuff in that solenoid is all crappy because we had to put the old stuff back in. Got a new solenoid here. It's a Ford one, but it'll work. So we got this orange wire coming from the crank, and this one going down to the starter. We put both of these on this one, and that should work. Hear that? This. I don't think they're supposed to sound like that. Just saying. I just cranked it, and it did the same thing before. It kind of like doesn't stop cranking, so we have to unplug it to make it stop cranking, which is probably in that solenoid on the starter.
Okay, well, we feel dumb. It's the ignition switch. It's the key switch that's bad. And this is as much my fault as anything. JD changed the solenoid there. I was holding the meter on it, and sure enough, he lets off the key, and the voltage does drop, but it only drops like 4 volts. That's enough to keep that thing going. That's our problem.
Key switch.
Yep, and then if you wiggled it, it stopped.
Yeah. So we didn't need to replace the starter, probably.
We need a key switch.
Yeah.
Or a push button. Okay, time to do the typical thing where we just put a push button in it and don't actually solve anything. Oh. All good. I'll put a ring terminal on this one for you.
Okay.
Hit it.
think.
Oh. Well, it wasn't that.
So we just threw parts at it again.
Yeah. Well, no, the only other thing I could think of is this solenoid is holding some voltage and keeping the other solenoid pulled in. We could just turn this into a junction block. Move this cable to here. Okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna extend this wire and just run the trigger wire straight down to the starter.
Okay.
And just get rid of that out of the system and see if maybe something's retaining some voltage.
Okay.
All right, we've bypassed the first solenoid entirely now. Let's see what happens. Okay. Better.
I don't know.
I don't either. It's better.
It is a lot better. It just a little bit of.
It's sticky. Remember how we pushed that solenoid forward?
Mm-hmm.
How it's a little adjustable?
Mm-hmm.
What if we moved it back? Can you do that without dropping the whole starter?
I think I probably can get to
There's
that.
just those two bolts. You don't even take them out. Just loosen them.
All the way back?
Probably, yeah. We'll just go the other direction.
Okay.
All right. Well, you move that solenoid to see if that helps. We don't know if we need to move the other direction or not, but try it. Off to a great start. Still off to a great start. Okay. Hey. I think she's good.
I think it's good.
At work, we used to say 3 cars and it's good, so. Yep. So why don't you go scrounge up another coil wire to fix that one that's broke. JD just shoved it back in there. He thinks that'll work. Probably will. Kick the fuel pump on. Hang on. Let it suck some gas up. Alright, pump it a few times. Alright.
I think it.
Huh?
I think it needs to actually be a good coil wire. I don't know what's going on.
Never turned the key on.
Well.
Alright, now do it. Alright, this thing's back in action.
Yep.
Right on, man. Right, it's been sitting for months. Fire's right up. Cool. Listen to that thing. That totally blown up 318.
Yeah, it's blown up.
And with that, this quick fix is done, thanks to JD. It wasn't so quick, but you got it done.
We just had to replace everything.
Yeah. So wrap some tape around where you bolted all those wires together, because that was our fix, and it's a farm truck, so that's permanent now.
It's really hot, yep.
Yep. So just wrap some tape around that 4 or 5 layers. And then pick up all the tools, and good luck with that. Goodbye.
Okay.